Hi everyone and welcome back to our channel. For those who haven't watched our videos before, I am Anne and I am one half of the Sussex Handmade soap company. And today I am being lazy and chilling out on the sofa to introduce the third of our Christmas soaps to you. Today we are creating a soap with some little stocking embeds, and we are scenting it in a really beautiful, subtle, Christmassy fragrance oil. We are topping it with some glitter, and we are getting all festive again, even though, as I've said in the previous videos, it's not even Halloween yet, but it is soon, so we are getting closer. Today's soap is fun to make. The fragrance oil does accelerate a little bit, so we had to work pretty quickly. So if you do choose to redo this design with the same fragrance oil, be aware that the fragrance oil will accelerate, so you will need to work quickly. I really hope that you enjoy today's video, and all of our soaps can be purchased on our website if you wish to go and have a look. If not, just enjoy the video and I will see you at the end to show you the final soaps. So with our stocking soap today, I'm not going to show the entire soap being made. What I am going to show is our melted oils having the colour added, and today we have got 12 grams of green goddess mica. We're actually making 2 loaves of soap today, so everything I'm popping in today is the amounts for 2 loaves rather than 1. I will put the recipe in the description and I will sort of factor it down to make 1 loaf. So in the recipe it will say use 6 grams of mica, but we are using 12 because we are making 2 loaves. I'm going to work this in now, and then off camera I'm going to add in our lye water. I'm going to bring this to a light to medium trace, and then I'm going to split it down into 6 equal portions, so it's 3 jugs per loaf. So for 1 loaf we are going to need 3 equal portions of soap batter, and they are going to be about 690 grams each. I'm also going to show you our extrusions that are going in the middle of the soap. I didn't actually show me making these because we were in a little bit of a rush, but we have made some Christmas stocking extrusions using, you've guessed it, the I Dream in Soap extruder set. And this is, I believe this was part of the Christmas extruder selection set that Lisa offered. So this is the stocking and the separate stocking topper. And they are what are going to be running through our soap today. So this is 1/3 of the soap that's going into our first loaf, and I'm going to add some scent in now. We are using Mistletoe Kisses from Resonate, which is a really fresh, almost kind of fruity scent. I really like it. It does tend to thicken the batter pretty quickly, so once we are in, we are going to work fast. 13.3 grams going in because we are using 40 grams in total for each loaf today, and I'm just working it in with the spatula. After this we're going to bring in the mould and we're going to pour the soap batter. So I've actually propped our mould up on a book today just so it goes kind of I suppose diagonal. Is that the way to describe it, the angle that we've got? We've got kind of a diagonal kind of angle going on, just because I think that's going to look really nice with the embeds. Just scraping in that batter, then giving it a shake from side to side, a little tap, and now we're going to go in with those Christmas stocking embeds that we have got. I'm going to try and see what I'm doing. I've angled my camera more to suit you than to suit myself. So I'm just pressing those embeds down until the white tip of the stocking is level with the green batter. And we have got 4 to go in to this lower layer. And you can see how much that batter is already thickening because of the way it is so nicely just supporting these little Christmas stockings. So going in with the final stocking for this layer now. And then I just kind of gently press them down to make sure they are where I want them to be, which they are. Now I'm going to take off one of my gloves for the next step. Again, not something I necessarily recommend doing, but we are working with gold eco glitter, and trying to sprinkle glitter with a gloved hand I have found is a massive pain. So our gold eco glitter, which I'm placing on my scale so I can make sure I weigh out the correct amount, and we are just doing, well, kind of like what would be a mica line, but I suppose it is a glitter line over the lower layer. And although not wearing gloves is obviously not recommended, you can see from this that I am not actually getting anywhere near to that soap, that raw kind of soap. And there really is no real risk of my fingers ending up in the soap, which is why for things like sprinkling glitter, I am happy just to briefly remove my glove whilst I sprinkle the glitter, and then I will pop it straight back on for the next step. And now I shall put my glove back on and we shall move on to the next layer of soap. So we've got the next portion of soap here now, and it is another third, so we're adding in another 13.3 grams of the fragrance oil. This soap is now thickening, so I'm going to work as quickly as I can because we have still got one more layer to do, and I really don't want the soap to get too thick. It's okay if we can just sort of plap it on top, but if it gets too thick to even be plapped on top, that's when we have troubles. So let's bring the mould back in, and this time we are just going to go with it on a level surface, and I'm just kind of pouring this second layer over the first layer. I'm going to shake it from side to side to level it, and I'm going to tap it down to release any air bubbles. And now I'm going to place another 4 stocking embeds down into the soap. So that is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we are going to do the same thing again. We are going to cover the top with our gold eco glitter. And I'm hoping this is going to create the illusion of stockings kind of hanging on a festive kind of string or line. And now we can move on to our third and final layer. So the third and final layer, and as you can see, we are at an incredibly thick trace now. But again, it should be all right because it is just for the top of the layer. All I want to do is make sure that I do properly work this fragrance in and just make sure that that is really well incorporated. And then we're just going to plap it out over those lower 2 layers. So just using the spatula to kind of scoop it out of the jug now. And it doesn't matter that I am just plapping it out. I like the word plap, because those lower layers have set up really firmly now, so there's no risk of anything kind of breaking through or damaging the design. Those lower layers are properly firm now. And then we're going to level it just by shaking it quite vigorously from side to side and tapping it down to make sure any air bubbles are released. And then to decorate the top of today's soap, we are just using a spoon, and we are just going in at an angle. So I'm going in and then pulling to my right and up to the centre, just to texture the top. And then I'm going to turn it round, and I'm going to do the same on the other side, so pulling to my right and to the centre. Then we are going back to the glitter for one more time, and then we are just sprinkling a little glitter over the top because it is Christmas and we do need that festive sparkle. And then to finish off the top, I've just got some more Christmas stocking extrusions. That is exactly the same as the long ones we have put through the centre. I've just chopped them down to, I don't know, I suppose about 1/3 of a centimetre. And I'm just going to finish each bar off with one little stocking in the centre of the bar. So I'm going to work my way down this soap now, positioning these stockings, and then I'm going to show you what the finished bar looks like. So here is our finished Christmas stocking soap, which I am really happy with. We're going to put it to one side for 24 hours, then we will come back tomorrow and we will cut it up and I will show you all the inside. So here we are a couple of days later. The soap was ready for cutting yesterday, but we just didn't quite get around to it. So we're going to chop it up now. I've lined it up so hopefully none of the stockings are going to get cut. And I'm just going to press through the soap. And then we're going to pull out a central piece and just see how it's looking on the inside. So there is the finished Christmas stocking soap. You can see the gold mica line that the stockings are hanging on. On the top we have got the little Christmas stocking decoration and the glitter. And I'm really happy with how this one is looking and smelling. This is actually one of my favourite Christmas designs that we have done, and I am very happy with it. So here we have the finished Christmas stocking soaps, which we are naming the night before Christmas. I really like these ones. It's a toss-up between these ones and between our Christmas pudding and probably our Christmas tree ones as to which is my favourite. I just really love the little design on these. It reminds me of Christmas Eve, which is always one of my most favourite nights of the year. And they were really fun to make. So that is about it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. There should be another video next Friday. We're actually off to Birmingham next week for the Simply Christmas and Creative Craft Show at the NEC. So that is going to be amazing. We don't normally travel that far to do shows, but we thought it'd be worth it. So if you are in the Birmingham area and you are visiting the craft show, do come and find our stall in Hall 19 and say hello. We will see you next week because I should have the video done and set to automatically go live. And until then, do like, subscribe, all of that stuff if you enjoy our channel. Do visit our website if you wish to, and have a fantastic weekend and Halloween, and just enjoy yourself, whatever you happen to be doing. Bye for now.